they say go slow because there's kids around, but this is ridiculous.
G'day, welcome to episode 9 of our Gap Year Lap of Australia. Leaving Kalbarri's stunning gorges behind, we set off for Monkey Mia, experience our first station stay and snorkel with turtles on the incredible Ningaloo reef, including a private tour of the outer reef edge. So last night we stayed at the Billabong Roadhouse. We're trying to head down this way and then up around here because we've got a caravan park booked in about 3 nights time. We managed to score 2 nights here, but everything else here is booked out. Down here is either booked out or 4-wheel drive only, and then everything up the top here, it's meant to be 4-wheel drive only. So what we're planning to do instead is stay at Gladstone Bay. This is one where you don't have to book, you just rock up. Hopefully there'll be some sites available. It's about 50 k's extra this way, so another 50 k's back that way to come back, but it means we've got somewhere to stay tonight.
Try to organize my mind while the world falls behind. Slow waltz around the sun. Every year reveals a change. Looking back now, feeling strange. We all learn to be someone. What happens next? What happens next? Won't pretend to know. What happens next? I heard you say to love is to let go.
So just at the Eagle Bluff lookout, they've got a big boardwalk here where you can go marine life spotting. Probably can't see it too well on the video, but you've got some massive rays and heaps of sharks out here. And maybe some turtles and or dugongs. There's some things that are a bit low in the water and hard to see. But we've been up here with our binoculars for about half an hour just spotting. And then over here you've got the Eagle Bluff Lagoon and there's a campground in there that we're camping at tonight. So we'll head there after this.
I just climbed up here to get a time lapse of the sunset. I've climbed all the way up here, turned around. The sun's gone behind a cloud that's come along. Hopefully it comes back out. I don't have much faith in that happening. We're heading into Denham this morning to get some breakfast. We were up most of the night last night because we had a couple of visitors, some mice that I spotted just before we went to bed, and then managed to trap one pretty quickly, and then the other one all night. I watched it, it was just running laps of the van. And then just as we were about to leave this morning, there was a second mouse in the trap. So we somehow got rid of both of them. I'm pretty tired. George is pretty tired. So next stop, Denham for some breakfast and for some proper mouse traps.
After another night in the Shark Bay region, we drove to our site in the Monkey Mia RAC Caravan Park. Amusingly, there's a large number of resident emus who definitely aren't shy. The daily dolphin feeding was great to watch, although at times very busy, with over 300 spectators elbow to elbow along the shoreline.
We've ended our trip on a high because as we come in, so there's been this thing that's happening throughout our whole stay here. We come in, the lady who served us at the gate, she was nice. G'day, how you going?
Hi, how are you?
Not too
Are you
bad.
staying?
The next day we go to the doctor's. She serves us at the doctor's. Then we went out for lunch and she was delivering a parcel to the people out at lunch. And we've just gone to leave and we caught the last bit of the last dolphin experience. And guess who's giving the dolphin experience? Who's giving the talk? Same lady. Anyway, we gotta go. We drove past this lookout on the way to Gladstone Bay, but we wanted to get there and make sure that we got a campsite. So we drove straight past it and we're coming back past again. So we just had to come up and have a look, and it's pretty cool. If these flies will leave me alone for half a second, we're going to hit the road again and keep going down to our next stay, which is Warrumal Station. We've got 2 nights there. With great food, live music and artesian spas, Warrumal Station was an incredible stop. We enjoyed our stay so much that we booked another station stay before we'd even left.
Never find what you're looking for. I've been making up lies to buy you more time in case you decide you belong.
We met up with Daniel's cousin Bonnie at Ballara Station. Living so far away, it was great to catch up again, and Bonnie shared some tips that set us up for an incredible stay over the next 10 days around Cape Range and the Ningaloo.
So we're just pulling into Osprey Bay. This is our first day in Cape Range National Park. And we are very, very excited to be here. Here we go, this will be us. Let's go on.
Ocean views. Osprey Bay is one of the most scenic camping locations in Australia, but it's also a popular spot to swim with turtles. With average visibility and a strong current, we almost gave up on finding them when someone on the beach spotted one yelling rough directions to us.
Ooh.
The first led us to a second, and a third.
During our time in the area, we enjoyed a range of campsites, some fishing, sunsets, a tour on the glass bottom boat, snorkeling at Turquoise Bay and oyster stacks, where we saw a small reef shark and a few stingrays. Plus, our first time ever camping in a rooftop tent. We definitely haven't bet the sun, so hopefully it's not too dark when we set up this tent. Our favourite activity for this entire episode, though, would come about when Bonnie suggested visiting the outer edge of the reef. Any last wishes, Georgia?
My last wish is for a whale shark.
A whale shark. Well, we're out pretty far.
Yeah.
If I had $1 for every time my grandma had told me about my cousin's freediving skills, I could probably go to the shops and buy a dozen extra large free-range eggs and whatever block of chocolate I wanted, full price. So being able to see Bonnie in her element for the first time was really special. And as usual, the camera doesn't do justice to how deep the water is or how long she's staying underwater for.
How's the snorkel?
That was amazing.
Yeah, so good.
Very different.
Best snorkeling we've had for sure.
Cool. Couple turtles.
Yes, yeah, we did, didn't
I was
we?
sort of hoping for a little shark, but I'm awfully glad that we didn't get a big shark.
Me too, yeah, no reefies. Yeah. But I think we're going to try and sneak through a little gap over that way.
Yep.
And then there's like a sandy patch with a deeper channel. That might be where we get your sharks.
Cool.
Maybe.
In our next episode, we head to the mining town of Tom Price and into the spectacular Karrajini National Park, where we have an eventful morning in Hammersley Gorge.
This is the climb up on the Knox Gorge walk.
Term climb loosely.
Had a nice hike down, a couple of swims in the pools down there. Now a scramble up out of here.